Hey, what's up, Facebook? It's another edition of What the Hell Longhorn, 8 o'clock Sunday night. This is where I'm at. This is where we're going to be. And I hope you had a great week. I'm having a great week. Had a great week. Good to see all of y'all come out, check me out, hang out with me for a little bit. It's been interesting to say the least. Yeah, to say the least, it's been interesting. So I'm going to start off my segment with What the Hell? What the hell? There's been, I guess you could say, what the hell is a lot going on right now. What the hell is going on with the government? I'm not getting into it. We don't do politics. Why? Because people are very, very sensitive about the politics. Politics and religion, yeah. You don't mess with them too, because people get a little weird when you start talking about politics and religion. But I'm still going to say, what the hell is going on? I'll let y'all figure it out. Once y'all figure it out, y'all tell me what's going on. What the hell is going on is we're losing a lot of kids in St. Louis to just senseless murder. Y'all pray for us because that's just crazy. I got grandkids, and y'all know how I feel about my grandkids. So, what the hell? What the hell? I was at Walmart today. No, I'm taking it back. Sam's Club, but today. Yeah, I forgot it was the first of the month, and it was a Sunday after church. Oh my God, I got me a soda and some pizza and sat down and just enjoyed the show. Yeah, very interesting people. I'm gonna look into my magic mirror, as I used to say on Romper Room, and say, hey, Dave, I see you. Hey, Nanette, I see you. I appreciate y'all checking in, hanging out with me. What the hell? What the hell is going on, man? I just have to shake my head and say, wow, the weather is crazy. I think we finally gonna get some fall. Today was actually pretty nice. I got out there in it for a little bit. So, but anyway, so let's get on into it. What the hell? Cowboys, what the hell is wrong with y'all? Come on, man. Y'all played like y'all was Matthew Dickey's Boys Club 13 heavy. The hell is wrong with y'all? Anyway, what's up, Matt? I see you. Today, we're going to talk about the episode today is work-life balance. Do you know what that is? Do you have a work-life balance? A lot of us don't, believe it or not. And we should. Why? Because just what it is, work-life balance. You got to have that. I don't care who you are, what you do, you got to. I understand we're trying to go to work every day, trying to make that money. That's what we do. We go to work, we make money. But you should work so that you can live, not live so that you can work. You get that? We work so we can live, not live so you can work. That's not how it's supposed to be. You're not an indentured servant. You're not a slave. They don't owe you money. Well, they do owe you money, but they owe you money for work that you put in. It's not that kind of situation. You work to live, not live to work. I know, some of us in management, and we do we do 50, 60, 70 hours a week. I know I'm guilty. I used to do it. I've done it. And who do we neglect? We neglect us. We neglect ourselves. Yes, put yourself first. We neglect ourselves. We neglect our family, our friends, our lives. We have no life. It's all about going to work and getting that paycheck. But guess what? It's not supposed to be about that. It's supposed to be you go to work so that you can have a better life. Yeah, I said it. Go to work so you can have a better life. Because the fact of the matter is, no matter what it is that you do, they can do it without you. That business is not, unless you own the business. Now, that's a whole different thing. But even if you own the business, you still have to have a work-life balance. But let's just say you work in the shoe industry and you are the manager of the shoe store. If you leave tomorrow, they're not going to close the doors. If you stop working 50, 60, 70 hours a week, they're not going to close the door. And quite frankly, I don't care how long you work at that shoe company. Chances are they are not going to name a shoe after you. They're not even going to name one of those little seats, the little seats you sit on. They put your foot on, to try on the shoe. They're not even going to put a little plaque on it with your name on it. They're not. Work-life balance. Why do I know work-life balance is so important? Because I lost my family behind work-life balance. I believe that I just had to make as much money as I could to take care of my family financially. But what I wasn't doing was taking care of them mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually. I was not there for them. It makes a big difference. And a lot of us are guilty of this right now. Yeah, right now. Look at me. You may be at home, but what are you doing? Are you staring at your phone? I appreciate you staring at it right now, but what have you been doing all day Sunday? Work-life balance. You gotta, I know I'm guilty of it. I'm a big compartmentalizer. I have a running checklist in my head of things that I need to do and places I need to spend my time. And I know, like right now, I'm feeling a little guilty. Pawpaw hasn't been spending enough pawpaw time, which I'm gonna fix that. But we have people in our lives that love us and appreciate us, that want to spend time with us. We have to have a life other than work, because what happens if you don't? Then mental illness sits in, depression, anxiety, anger, frustration, and the list goes on and on, because there's no balance. There's no balance. And there was a little thing that I used to do. I live in St. Louis now. I used to live in Alton, Illinois, which is right across the river, north of here. But I used to work in South St. Louis. And I love that it took me 45 minutes to get to work and to get back home. Why did I love it? Because whatever was going on in my life, I had 45 minutes from work to home to deal with it and then leave it in the car. I did my job. I may have worked 10, 12, 14 hours that day, but when I got in the car and I drove back home, I had 45 minutes to deal with it then and to put it to rest and leave it in the car. Okay, Dave says he was guilty of this when he was driving over the road. That's why he quit. Thank you, Dave. Thank you very much. And I'm sure your family very much appreciated it also. My family gets on me about it because I work, I'm on the road Monday through Thursday. Then I come home and I'm off doing shows or doing something with thank you for your service. I'm doing something. And I'm at the point where I've learned to slow down. I'll tell you a little secret. Longhorns had 2 heart attacks. Yeah, 2 heart attacks. Both stress related. Yeah, both stress related. Why? Because I was trying to be Superman. Yeah. Don't do it. Come up with a work-life balance. If you're working a job that requires you to work 12 to 14 hours, you might want to start looking for another job. I'm not trying to tell you how to live. I just want you to be around. I want you to be in your right mind. I want you to be happy with your life. I know the money is good. The money is great. But guess what? You can always make more money. Yeah, they print it all the time. They do. And there's always a job out there that you can do to make more money. If your job is stressing you out, believe it or not, that stress that you're experiencing at work, you are bringing it home to your family. And they are having to deal with it. You think you're the only one dealing with it. No, you're not. Real talk. You think it's just you. It's not. You must have a work-life balance. You gotta be able to do something for you at some point in time outside of sleep. Seriously. Because no matter what you do, there's only one you. And you are the best you that we know. You're the best you that we have. And we can't afford to lose you. We really can't. Yeah, talking about you. Yeah, you are the best you. You're the only you we know. Slow down. Look at your life. Look at the people around you. Talk to people who are going to give you some honest input, some honest feedback. Ask them the honest question, because the reality of it is, it starts with you. You have to be willing to look at the mirror and go, I need to change this. I need to fix this. Hey, Andy, I see you. You have to be honest with you and admit to it. I know the mortgage is due, the car note is due, you got to get your dog shampooed. I get all that. The kids need cable and internet. I get all that. But at the same time, more than anything, they need you. Healthy, strong, mentally there. They need you mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually, financial is going to come. Believe it or not, your family would rather be dead broke and have you than to be wealthy and not have you. Yeah, I know this for a fact. I know many of us have made the comment. Many of us have even had the thought, man, I bet you I'm worth more dead than I am alive. It's very true. It may be true financially, because honestly, most of us have more time than we have money. So since we have more time than we have money, why not spend the time? Go to the park. Go outside in the backyard. Go count birds at the park. Do something, but spend the time. Find a work-life balance. If you're single, you still need a work-life balance. It's not all about work, because again, let's just say you're a lawyer. Chances are they're not, you can be a lawyer for 30 years and put in 70, 80 hours a week and make the law firm a bunch of money. Chances are they're not going to name an office after you. They may not even name the coffee pot in the break room after you. I worked with a gentleman. I worked with him for 11 years, made him a millionaire. I know this for a fact. And I came to him. I needed something. I needed a hand. And he looked me dead in my face and told me, I'm broke. I can't help you. True story. And I left that job shortly after that. I hope I'm making sense. I hope I'm not just babbling on. I'm hoping I'm poking the bear. Hopefully you're hearing what I'm saying, because what I'm saying is probably what your family and your friends are telling you. Don't end up losing relationships behind work. Don't. What's up, Marvin? I see you, bro. Hope little man is doing good. Don't lose relationships behind the job. Don't lose your family behind the job. Don't lose yourself behind the job. You need to work to live, not live to work. It's just that simple. So, yeah, Longhorn's doing a little different. I'm rocking my U.S. Army ball cap. Yeah, that's what's up. Rocking that. Yeah. And I'm hopefully getting where I'm coming from. Yeah, Matt, you're right. It is hard to separate the two, but it's not as hard as, it's easier to separate. I'm going to put it to you like this. It's easier to separate the two than to die. How about that? Hey, Charlotte, I see you. Yeah. There's nothing too hard to do. It's really not. It's really not. It's really not hard to separate them. It's really not hard to look at your life and slow down and figure out what can you do that's different that will benefit you and your family. If it means changing jobs, change jobs. You got to change cities. Last I checked, it's a free country. Go. Maybe you run a repair shop. Maybe you don't want to run a repair shop. Maybe you want to run a farm. And guess what? Become Old McDonald. The only thing that you can't do is the things that you tell yourself that you can't do. I know this. I know this for fact, because I had to change my life. If I didn't change my life, I wouldn't be here with you today. So find that work-life balance. Figure it out. Talk to a friend, a relative, somebody that's going to give you honest feedback and willing to ask and answer the hard questions. Hey, Sheila, I see you. Find the work-life balance. We need you around. That's my segment for today. So I appreciate y'all checking me out. Do me a favor. While y'all got y'all's phones in y'all's hands, after I get you, Google me. Google what the hell Longhorn. Find me on social media. Find my Twitter. Find my Instagram. Find my Facebook page. Follow me. And for those of y'all that don't know, I actually take this and turn it into, I take the audio from this and I have created a podcast that's called What the Hell Longhorn. So very excited about it. Find me out there. Let's grow this thing. Hey, Julie, I see you. I see you. I see all y'all. And you know what? I love each and every one of y'all and appreciate y'all for being y'all and being who you are in my lives. Whether we've never met in person, whether we have met in person, I just appreciate each and every one of y'all. I appreciate y'all following me on this little experiment called What the Hell Longhorn, because who knows? I'll be honest. I'm not a guru. I don't claim to know everything. I don't claim to have experienced everything. I've been through a lot. I have. I'm a father, grandfather, great grandfather. I've served in the military. I've been shot at. I've been stabbed. I've been thrown out of car windows. I've ran into burning buildings. I've saved a couple of people's lives. I've done a number of things. I've been in love. I fell out of love. I thought I was in love. Turned out to be lust. Yeah, bourbon and barbecue. It's a terrible thing. Y'all pray for my strength. But my point to y'all is, I don't claim to be the guru. I'm just willing to talk about it. So again, if y'all will send me your comments or suggestions for shows, send them to me. I'll talk about it. We can talk about whatever y'all want to talk about, except for the weight I put back on. Yeah, we're not going to talk about that. Bourbon and barbecue. Yeah. So anyway, I'm getting out of here. Cowboys lost today. Boo! They head out their ass. I'm going to eat dinner. Get ready to do what I got to do next week. In the meantime, I ask y'all to do 4 things. Keep God first in your life, or whatever your higher power is. Keep it first in your life. Second, all this me too, we too. Keep your hands to yourself. If you didn't pay the $40, you ain't supposed to be touching. Men and women both. Third, take care of these kids. I know I'm not gonna make a joke about it. We are losing small children to unnecessary gunfire in St. Louis. That's crazy. Take care of your kids. And fourth, last but not least, respect our vets. We lose 22 a day to suicide, 800 to 900 World War II veterans every week. We don't know what we're losing in Vietnam or Korean War vets yet, but man, take care of our vets. And last but not least, take care of you. I'm Longhorn. God bless y'all. $2.